Here with Field Yates at Washington's Pro Day, where quarterback Michael Penix impressed not only with his arm, but by running and jumping today. Field, what was your impression of his workout?
Yeah, he told you after the workout that he was trying to prove some people wrong, or maybe show to them that he was an excellent athlete. And I should count myself amongst that constituency, as I did not think that Michael Penix Jr. would run a sub-4 640. Now, everybody has their own stopwatch here at the Washington Pro Day, but amongst the cluster of scouts that I was in, it was a lot of 4.6s to 4.59s for Michael Penix Jr. on top of a 36.5-inch vertical jump. And obviously, when you have the offensive weapons that Washington has had in place during his tenure here in Seattle, you don't need him to run the football all that much, but he sort of showed NFL teams that if called upon to scramble a bit more, or maybe on an occasional designed run, he has more capacity to do so than we might have realized by just watching his film over the past couple of seasons.
And after his workout, Penix told me it should have been a 4.4 40. That's what he's been able to run before, which is so impressive. So he shows that he can run. He shows he has the athleticism. How much did he help his draft stock today?
I think the best part about a quarterback pro day is when you confirm what you have already put on tape and then maybe show a little bit extra. We talked about that little bit extra with the athleticism that he showed in both of those, the jump and also the running portion of the pro day. But the throwing portion of the pro day is really the main event, Molly. And he confirmed everybody that was in attendance that he has arguably the strongest arm in the entire draft, and certainly amongst the top 6 quarterback prospects. This guy has a rocket launcher attached to his shoulder. There is no portion of the field that Michael Penix Jr. can't reach, and he also showed that it's not just deep shots down the field, but there is some touch to his game, and he can also handle some of those short and intermediate throws that are going to have to be a part of his offense at the NFL level as well, because you're not going to be able to pass protect in the NFL like Washington often did because of that incredible offensive line that they had here with the Huskies. So Michael Penix Jr., I would say, helped confirm that as we evaluate the race for the 5th quarterback in the draft, it's a 2-quarterback race between he and Bo Nix. And it's going to come down to what a team prefers within a quarterback style of play. But if you're a team that wants to run a ton of play action passing, drop back, give your quarterback some time and space to throw, Michael Penix Jr. is the ideal pick for that team that might be somewhere as early as the top 15 picks.
And there's nothing like watching him throw in person.
Gosh.
It's amazing. It's jaw-dropping. But he wasn't throwing to wide receiver Rome Odunze today, who elected not to work out. He said, what I did at the Combine, I'm proud of that. I'm going to stick with that. But it was kind of fun seeing him interact with his teammates and cheer guys like Mike on.
I got to tell you, I did not think that a player could move further up my draft board by doing nothing at a pro day, but Rome Odunze may have accomplished that, Molly. And I think that, as we often talk about with these draft prospects, you're not investing in just the player. You're also investing in the person. And nobody had any questions about Rome Odunze's character, football character and personal character coming into the Washington Pro Day, but it was only sort of fortified today when you see the way that he is interacting with all of his teammates. As I mentioned earlier, when I was sitting there with a bunch of scouts watching the 40 times, Rome Odunze was right there with his own phone trying to get 40 times for Mike and his teammates as well. And it just sort of spoke to the kind of person that anybody around this program would tell you that you have in Rome Odunze. And, you know, there is a lot of variance that takes place within the NFL draft. Not all these picks work out, but I would feel very confident that if you draft Rome Odunze, and it's going to be very, very high in the draft, you know you have a talented football player, but you have an incredibly reliable person as well. So while he did not need to do anything today, and he elected not to, I still felt even a notch better about Rome Odunze, which is saying something, Molly, because he was the 6th highest rated player on my board coming into the workout today.
Yeah, and in speaking to Rome Odunze, he said he's confident he is a top 10 pick, and he's just neck and neck with guys like Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr. GM say the thing that separates him, that personality and that electricity that he brings to a team.